basketball in store for you here in Houston, Texas, the home of the Rockets, live on 2K Sports. Welcome to what should be a great Saturday night for the NBA. With Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Look at Portland. They put it all together over the course of the last 7 games. They've only had 1 loss over that span.
Well, Kevin, if they win this game, it would give them a victory in each of the first 2 meetings this season against these guys. So, they play them 2 more times after that. So it would get them off to a really good start in the season series.
And Steve, I think they would love to have that kind of leg up and huge advantage if they could. I mean, that goes a long way towards maybe winning the season series with a 2-0 start.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for the Trailblazers, Aldridge and Lopez are down low. Lillard and Batum, the backcourt duo, and it's Turner in at the 3 slot. Now, here's Frost. And this from Damian Lillard. He can fly, can he? He'll make you forget he's a point guard sometimes.
Yeah, when he does decide to attack the basket, Kevin, he can do it with the best of them.
And this is the time to attack with these 2 teams locked in such a close game.
And so here's Portland following the score by Houston. On the wing, Batum. 14 feet away. Jump shot is good that time. We're about 1 minute into the first. Here's Fry, and it comes off the front of the rim. On defense, the Rockets, they come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And they did just what you have to do as a road team, guys. They never allowed any momentum to build up against them. It seemed like every time they took a punch, they had a counter.
You'll like this, Steve. Reverse spurtability, we call that. They had any defensive lapses, they immediately made up for it with some instant offense.
And the layup just gift-wrapped right there. I mean, he had a clear path to the basket.
And Lillard kicks to Turner. That one wide left. For Houston, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. It's Harden with the drive. Passes it to Fry. From 13, and he gets it to go. Fry's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Well, I think this is the start they want. Come out and put some points up early. 3 or 4 so far.
Lopez against Howard. Lopez passes to Turner. Aldridge is screen. Shot clock at 6. Turner dishes to Batum. Aldridge trying to break free, and Batum gets it to go on the assist by Turner. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And Fry kicks to Howard. Puts up the baby hook, and again another shot clean there from Fry. Fry's got 6 points.
And they're nearly perfect from the floor early on. 4 of their first 5 shots they've drained.
Here's Turner. The Rockets pull it in. Last time against the Trailblazers, they lost in Portland.
Well, you hate to say it, but they showed a lack of heart at the defensive end in losing that game. Just no effort.
I know the fans don't want to hear it, but you're exactly right. There was no energy, no assertiveness, no aggressiveness. The defense was just like it. It's not a night that they're going to look back on fondly.
Trailblazers trailed by 5. Lillard outside. Turner passes to Batum. Back to Turner. Lopez sets a screen for Turner. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Terry Stotts.
He said their scouting report is really all about how to handle Dwight Howard. Obviously, a tremendously impactful player at both ends of the court. Coach said, offensively, we always need to know where he is. Defensively, it's always about doing your work early, trying to hold your ground and deny him prime position inside. Sounds like a good plan.
Thank you, Doris. Some serious agility coming out of the backcourt.
That bucket might count for a little more than 2 points when he finishes with that kind of flourish.
Yeah, against a D that was already reeling a little bit. That was like a body blow.
Now here's Turner, averaging 10 points per contest.
Really high-quality shot there, just a little off with his release.
That miss right there will definitely leave you shaking his head.
No good from Fry.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
The shot by Turner, no good.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. He drains the quick shot.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving for the setup.
Houston making some changes. Monteunice is checked in for Howard. Nicholson comes in for Terrence Jones. And Trevor Ariza is subbed in for Robert Covington. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Chris Kamen's checked in for Lopez. Mike Scott comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. McCollum's checked in for Turner. And it's Brooks in for Lillard.
Well, he stopped the dunk there. That was about the only play he could make.
Well, you don't like the foul, but you don't like to give up an easy dunk either.
And here are the Rockets now. 7-point differential. 1:14 left in the first quarter. Batum brings the double team. Fry with the ball. He's picked up by Brooks. Kept alive. Nicholson with the bucket. Nicholson's got his first points of the night.
Well, they've settled into their offense very quickly here today.
Yeah, they're zoned in, making the most out of their possessions here.
Brooks kicks to Kaman. Now the feed to Batum. Scott with a screen on Ariza. Down low, like it's 6. Scott, good.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
And it's Houston's ball. They're on a 14-6 run. And Fry kicks to Harden. On the wing, Harden. Hands the shot with nobody near him. Harden's got 6.
Great looking bounce pass to set up that play.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And the team free throw numbers for this club this season, very impressive. About 80% from the line.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys. He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
Here's Fry. A 29-point game for him in the win against the Clippers.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Here's Brooks. There's the buzzer. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And institution here. Terrence Jones is checked in for Monteunice. Robert Covington comes in for Nicholson. James Harden, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And it's the Wizard in for Daniels. And then for the Trailblazers, Robin Lopez is checked in for Kane. Aldridge comes in for Mike Scott. And Lillard subbed in for Aaron Brooks. Fry is in at the point. Terrence Jones out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Harden. And it's McCallum in at the 2. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
Almost pulled the trigger, but he realized he had a better look for his teammate.
And Fry kicks to Covington. There's the dish to Harden. Here's McCallum. He feeds it to Fry. Puts up the baby hook. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Clark, the coach, was really passionate in that last huddle, trying to do everything he can to get his message across.
You know, and I'm not sure what he wanted exactly, but he did it with enough fire that I'm guessing he's not going to be happy with any lapse in execution. I mean, he made his point pretty quick.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Batum's checked in. Pass to Lillard. And stolen by Fry. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Bush.
Hi, Kevin. The Wizard in their last time out against the Clippers was simply superb. He had 29 points, and he was able to dish out a few helpers to teammates as well. His play was a big part of why their team was able to maintain their hot streak.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance, Clark. He was at his absolute best in this game.
Yeah, and the only thing about having a game like that, Kevin, is that it's almost impossible to do it.
Well, nobody's expecting that, Clark, and they don't need him to do that. If he's even half as good as he was that night, it should be enough.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. 1:05 left to play here in the half. Shot clock at 6. And Lillard kicks to Aldridge. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Looking at Portland, they took a win in their last game against Golden State.
Yeah, it didn't seem to be much of a challenge for them in that game. It seemed like they scored at will. Not much defense that they were facing.
Yep, they had the defense on its heels early the entire game, and actually nearly the entire game, and no matter what unit was out there, it looked like a mismatch to me.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At 89%, he has established himself as one of the league's best from the stripe.
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Now here's Front. Covered by Lillard. Harden outside. Pass to McCallum. Trying to find Jones. He gets it to him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Left block shot on the way. That's good.
That's exactly what they wanted to do. I mean, you'd like to see that every time down the floor.
And Lillard kicks to Batum. Here's Lopez. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Portland, they have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6. That's good from Lopez. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
And so that's the end of the first half. Rockets lead by...
Okay, guys, solid play so far.
Begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
What a performance. Just look at the game for the Wizard. He's got 16 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
Now, that's obviously not a big number, but he's been doing some valuable defensive work for him.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Aldridge and Lopez are down low. Lillard and Batum, the backcourt duo, and it's Turner, and at the 3, the small forward. Now, here's Front. He's guarded closely. Harden outside. Dishes it to Front. He's looking for Howard and finds him. Just 4 to shoot. And here are some big men who, when they get it in tight, are as close to a sure thing as we've got. Here are the top field goal percentage leaders among NBA centers and power forwards. Dwight Howard on top.
Boy, he's just a dominant presence in the low post. He gets so many good looks because he works so hard to get into good position down low before he actually catches the ball.
And I like the way his game is adaptable based on what the defense is showing. I mean, he'll change it up from game to game as long as he's still able to get high percentage shots.
Wow. Look at that athletic play. Incredible.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And now, Clark, brilliant throwdown.
Yeah, just exerting his authority out there.
And Batum kicks to Lillard. He dishes it to Lopez. Turner with it, and it's Howard picking him up. Batum wide open, he fires. And again, it's Portland. Converting.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They sure are. That's 3 straight buckets that have come off of assists.
Jones dishes to Front. And Aldridge comes over to help. Fry passes to Jones. Good. Jones has got a second bucket tonight. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Lillard outside. Now the pass to Batum. Back to Lillard. Lopez sets a screen for Lillard. Just 5 to shoot. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Nicholson's checked in for Houston. Isa comes in for Robert Covington. Chris Kaman is checked in for Portland. Mike Scott comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Here's Harden on the wing. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take.
Over the last 10 games, as we look at the Rockets, this is how they compare to the rest of the league. First in field goal percentage, first in fewest turnovers a game, and they're number 1 in opponent scoring. They don't allow teams to get into a rhythm offensively, and thus they're able to hold those points down.
And the shooting is really what stands out to me. This is a team that does such a good job of finding open looks. They're unselfish. They work offensively to create good shots.
Has done so far. He's got 8 points, and he's done his job at the charity stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points from there.
And that's a good place to get them. You know, they don't come easier than that, but you've got to get yourself there first.
Houston making a switch. Daniels is checked in.
Man, that was a real mark it up.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Well, you know what the questions are about now? It's their defense, that's for sure.
Left side, Scott. And he converts the layup. Got 6 points.
I like the way they got the ball inside there.
Rockets leading by 7. Here's Fry. Damian Lillard pulls it in. Lillard's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Kaman kicks to Lillard. Batum wide open. He fires. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 4 assists in the game. It's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession.
Well, a chance to check out C.J. McCollum here. His last 10 games, he's getting around 8 points per game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And the numbers might not reflect it, but the effort's really been there for him. He's going to get rewarded soon enough if he keeps getting after it like he has been.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, Steve. He's been unlucky not to have filled up the stat sheet more because his play has really been solid.
Scott kicks to McCollum. Batum wide open. He fires. And again, Portland converting.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Shot from the wing. Fry. Fry's got 21 in the game.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
Ruggs dishes to Kaman. Nicholson grabs the board.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses.
Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember ever seeing a dunk like that in the game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw it.
Oh, yeah, that was just amazing.
Here's the screen. Unis with the steal. Here's Fry. Puts up the baby hook. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And they're also really getting out in transition and scoring some hoops in the fast break tonight.
Robert Covington's checked in for Houston. Brooks outside. On the wing, Batum. The drive by Brooks. Here's Scott. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Scott's got his third bucket of the night.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Daniels passes to Fry. Kicks to Covington and stolen by Scott.
Definitely a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Yeah, the wise move would be to find themselves a quick shot right away.
Doubled by Fry. Scott kicks to McCullough. 6 to shoot. Scott dishes to Brooks. A three-pointer off the mark. Rockets leading by 6. Fry with the ball. He's got 25. On the wing, Daniels. Out of bounds. Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession.
Defensive play.
Dwight Howard. He's checked in for Andrew Nicholson. Jones comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Harden in for Daniels. Lopez, he's checked in for Portland. Lillard comes in for Aaron Brooks. Terrence Jones is down low with Howard. Harden and Ariza out on the perimeter. And it's McCallum in at the 1. Five for Houston right now. Lillard attacking, and that one's good.
What a play to get to the rim. I think they're going to take the aggressive approach down the stretch.
The Wizard, he's checked in for McCallum. And Portland with a change here, too. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for McCullough. And Fry kicks to Jones. Now Harden. Feeds to Fry. Passes to Jones to the right side. Shoots from the right block. Fry. Fry's got 11 in the second half.
You know, they've been able to depend on his offense all game long, guys. He's drained a lot of shots out here.
And between now and the horn, Steve, the ball should be in his hands as much as possible if they want to continue to build this lead.
Houston leading by 7. Howard with the screen on Lillard. Off the screen. And Fry slams it in.
One of the oldest plays in basketball made that dunk possible.
That's right. A terrific screen right there, Steve. Allowed him to lose his man and rock it to the rim.
Well, don't you love to see players working together in that fundamental play? Fun to watch.
Lopez passes to Lillard. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Lillard. On the wing, Turner puts it up, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got assist number 5 here tonight. And Aldridge comes over to help. Harden outside. It just before the shot clock expires. And the Rockets lead by 9.
They're forcing the ball inside. It's working beautifully.
The defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
And the basket by Lillard.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
And here's Harden. Ariza outside. Fry, that's for 2. And it's Houston with another.
He's been working some magic out there today, guys. This lead has been largely his making.
Trailblazers trailed by 9. Lillard dishes to Batum. Aldridge down low. Guarded by Harden. That's good.
And now both of these clubs really in a groove here.
Already a high-scoring game, but it has become an offensive showcase down the stretch.
Fry with the ball. He's picked up by Lopez. Ariza outside. He kicks it to Fry. Outside, Jones. Houston needs to get a shot. And it comes once again. The bucket from Fry. Fry's got 33.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. This has been off the chart.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, over the break, I listened in on what Terry Stotts had to say in his huddle. He actually lit into them pretty heavily, saying, we're being way too soft on the inside. I'd better start to see some toughness and more shots being challenged. No more easy baskets. Pretty strong words, guys.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that brings them within 8.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point. And what a tremendous game for Batum. 10 points and the 1 steal.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7. Both free throws good from Batum.
Those free throws edge them a little closer. A couple of stops on defense, and they might not be down for long.
Now, here's Fry. Covered by Lillard. Turner comes with the double team. Ariza has the open look. And the 3-ball is good. And the Rockets lead by 9.
It's pretty much been the norm for them. Getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm. Flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness. He's come out here in the second half and done a nice job moving, getting good looks, and finding his range.
Harden kicks to Fry. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shot is blocked.
Time is definitely not on their side at this point.
Yeah, they need a quick bucket.
Nails it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. There's 37 seconds left to play here on the fourth, and now they decide to foul intentional. Robert Covington's checked in for Houston. It's Harden with the drive. Harden draws the double. Now here's Fry, covered by Lillard. Houston moving it around. Fry, good. Fry's got 35.
Well, it's a wrap, fellas. There's no way you come back and win this one.
Not anymore. You can't.
So Houston wins it. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
Well, it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, the Wizard.